Okay. If this is not feasible, it's possible. It is also possible to dispense with the accomplishment mandala altogether. And simply to visualize the field of the merit. That means if you haven't got accomplishment mandala, sometimes it's difficult to have the mandala of this one. Then it's like you use only one. First, like offer to the accomplishment mandala, and second, like accumulating, like counting, like mandalas you can't use. Whatever, it's very important to visualize the field of the merit. That is the most important. And then it's like the offering mandala, how we can to do. Then it's like we need to follow up like this, holding the offering mandala, holding the offering mandala like this, holding offering mandala, base it with your left hand, and wipe or weep, and weep it for a long time with underside of your right wrist, while you are recite the 7 branches and other prayers. That means it's like when you left hand holding the mandala offerings, and then you are whipped, and by this hand, and more like this. Okay, this. And first you wash, like whip again, until you are ready to pray your like mandala prayers or to other thing, recitations. And without ever being distracted from what you are, visualize it. And when you are like kind of weeping, and this offering mandala, and during that time it's very important to visualize, to have good attention, like this. And also it's like before you offering, here is the 7 branches and other prayers, means before you really to start the offering mandala's prayers, maybe there is like kind of preliminary practice, 7 branches, like seven branches offering of the balls. For instance, in the Rinzan Dupa, ho chili chubber jayanta yehi ingli turbalas. And there's during you are recite the 7 branches of the offerings, you need to do like this. And also there is 1 7 branch prayer in the aspiration of the Samantha Bhatta, or the king prayers inside. There are some like prayers. During these prayers you need to visualize with prayer, and at the same time you need to weep. And very important. then is this weeping of the basit is not only to clean away any dirt on the mandala basis. Maybe this basit mandalas, like kind of you make beauty or something you need to take out some dirty or not. Not like this. This is not kind of thinking about like this. And here it says, each is also aware of the using the effort we put into this task to rid ourselves of the two obscuration which veil our minds. And this mandala itself is like kind of to clean up or something, taking out dirty or something in there is something not like this. Why we need to clean or weeping by hand? Because this is like kind of we are to weeping or purified our own individual true obscurations. We already studied the defilement obscuration, cognitive obscurations. This true obscuration is the veil for the mind, and like kind of these true obscurations cover over our minds, and then it's like therefore we are like kind of weeping this, and also a little bit put effort, a little bit even that you like kind of tired or something, you should to be diligent, to a little courage, need to do like this, to put effort. There is examples. The story goes that the great Kadampa of the old cleaner, their mandala with the underside of their wrist until the skin was worn through and sword started to the forms. And that the means is like a great kind of the practitioner in the Kadampa. Kadampa means it's like ancient times there is some yogis, and it's like some is in the retreat all the times. They really like kind of only concerning the practice dharma, nothing else. Those kind of how they are cleaned the mandalas, odes they cleaned the mandalas. They're like kind of the doing like this, and then there is coming here is the twist, is coming the warmth. You cannot, maybe blood is also coming. And then they're using this one. And then if there's not this as also door, and then they're using in the back. And like this, they're using the store started to forms. And they still carried on using the edge of their like kind of twisted. And this like kind of the edge of the backside of the twist like this, and also using this, and then they like kind of sword formed there. They used the back of they twisted inside. And so when you are clean the mandala basit, do not use woolen or the cotton cloth, but only your wristed. And they're wristed. And because it's like this is necessary, of course we are using instead that wristed, and like maybe we can use like kind of the woolen, like wool or like cotton or something tower or something like that, but you cannot use, you only use your hand. And the great Kadampa of the past, this is like kind of the great Kadampas of the past, means is that the tradition of the great and the practitioner of the former old Kadampa practitioners, and therefore we also need to do like this. And then as you arrange the offering piles on the basin, follow the prayer known as the 37 element mandalas. Then it's like when you are arranged, then you start to like really to do the mandala itself. There is like kind of one prayer that everybody knows, the 37 element mandala, and this is like kind of one Sasha master, he wrote it, and this one like common they used, everybody's they using this very much well known, and we are using also like this. Then you holding like this, then to pray the 37 element mandalas, which is composed by the Chujal Topa. Chujal Topa is like a Sasha Pantata. Sasha's like one masters, the protector of the beings of the Sasha schools, lineages. And these ones. This is methods is easy to practice and has therefore been adopted by all traditions, both old and new. Here is like kind of the tradition, both old means is like Nyima tradition, and the also Gelu Sarmas also they using this without distinctions. It doesn't matter Kajya, Nyima, Sasha, Gelu, everybody's use this the 37 element mandala offering like prayers. They're using these ones. And here we start by the offering the mandala in this way, because that is our tradition. It's also true in Longchen Nyingtik's tradition, we use like this. Of course there is like 3 kayas mandalas, but to first time to settle arrange the mandalas, and we use this 37 element mandala prayers using like this. And of course there is also different. He says both the old in the Nyingma tradition and the new traditions have several other methods. They have like different mandala offerings they have, but more like common they're using this the 37 element mandala offerings, and each according to its own like kind of the customs. And also it's like here is like the different old tradition and new traditions. They have different type of how to offer a mandalat, but more is like essential and easy, and also it's like all the resuming meanings in this 37 element offering mandalas. This is like more common, useful. Therefore we are using here also now. Here's even indeed each spirit like a spiritual treasure of the Nyingma tradition has its own mandala offerings. In the each kind of the Terma tradition, different like kind of the reveal of the Termas, like they have different, and also it's like they have the, but maybe we can to use this one's more easy. In this particularly tradition of the Ao, there are several details offerings, prayer for the mandala of the 3 kayas taught by the omniscient Longchenpa in the various heart essence. any of the can be chosen. If you want to more elaborated how you can to offer it, this offering mandalas, of course you can to follow the omniscient, the Longchen Path, and in the heart essence teachings. They are different. You have how to do, like follow up the sadhanats, and also it's like you have sadhanat, how to like kind of offering to the mandalas. But it's here is more, it's like the easy is more nice. Here's a 37 element mandala offering. It is more sensual, more easy, and more like kind of profound. Therefore, I think he's doing like this. And now we can to follow up the 37 element mandala offerings. Of course, first you holding like this, and then is how you do. Start by the saying the mantra Om Vajabhumi Ahonse. Vajabhumi Ahonse. And this is like kind of the Om is the leader of all the prayers, and Vaja is like kind of the, of course it's the Vaja, strong, and Bhumi means it's the fence, like a surround, and it's like kind of the universe surrounded, and like this. Then it's like Wana Benza Bhumi Ahons, you holding like this, at the same time is holding the mandala in your left hand, and with your right sparkling, and it with the perfumed water container bajong. Bajong means, for example, it's like normally it comes from India. There's some specific water. It comes from the cows. Bajong is not English. It is like in Tibetan. I think in Sanskrit, how to say, sometimes they call the cow nita. Okay, cow nita. Sometimes they use cow nita. And there's like kind of the 5 substance inside. And it's a necessary, it's a red cow. And then it's a red cow, comes from red cows. Maybe it's like a kind of the newer, and then it's like the urine and milk, and I think it's yogurt or butter something, and yogurt, milk, yogurt, butter. These 5 are the mixed, and that is like a kind of the to clean. It's very important. But if you have this good bajong, if you have very good, to first in the some small contain water you like kind of put, and you put that is very important. If you haven't got bajong, okay, bajong containing this cow nita, you just suffering. You put in the water and in the yellow water, then you can to make the sparkling, like kind of your finger, your cleaner, you put in the water, and you need to do like this water, okay? And that means it's like kind of the clean. In like in Tibet we say chochada, means it's like kind of ancient times. It is like there's no floor, and the ground is very dirty in India, and then they clean up, and then they put water, and sometimes they perform water like kind of nice, because to be gathered like this. And this is like kind of representative. This is the universe, all the like kind of universe garbage, dirties, and these things. To clean, imagine you put these waters to clean, absolutely. If you have bajong good, no bajong, the cow nita, then is this suffering water. I think it's okay, no problems. And here it says that very good, and the Chokchada means, then with your right hand, like thumb, red thumbs, red thumbs. This is one is to put. It's like they don't say it. There is no like okay. One is Tibetan sentences, not that, but it doesn't matter. And then it's like a kind of the with your thumb and ring finger, means this one. After you are like kind of sprinkling like water, and then you need to pick up the rice or like barley, or doesn't matter, but both this one and thumb and the ring fingers, take a small pinch of the green, maybe 2, 3 or 4, 5, I don't know. And then you need to say is the Ombanzareke Ahum. That is like Benzarek Buma Ahum Reki, I think the same. And then you need to say Ombenza Buma Ahum. Ombenzareke Ahum. Ombenzareke Ahum means you need to put inside. And like circle your hand clock size on the mandala basis, and then place the pinch of the grain in the middle. Your this one is goes like this, to put like this, then you put inside. Okay, goes is like first to say Om Benza Reke Ahons, like this. Om Benza Reke Ahon, like this. Benza's Reke means like jar. And then it's like that is you put in the middle, and then it's like maybe you, if you have like this is like kind of you put the first the ring, and you put grain in the middle. If you have at the ready-made fence, this is the fence of the Iron mountains. This is the fence of Iron, like kind of the mountain morros. Now is the time to place on the mandala. Okay, first you like punch, like a pinch of the grain, and then you put on benzareke ounce to clock like to right record in the middle, and after you need to put this fence of Iron mountains, Iron mountain, and then reside Mountain Moro, king of the mountain. In Tibet, Ri Jaruraps, then and place a large pile in the center. That is very easy. You can put very large to put in the middle. That is the like kind of Mountain Moro, king of the mountain. Place large pile in the center. That's you know that very well, not necessarily to say something. And then is to lay out the 4 continents, reside to the east, like kind of the Pivuvi Dehase. And one is like unaccomplished manda. You did is like eastern is your side. This is offering mandalas, and eastern's here, and you are sitting in the western, because later you need to offer like this. In this case you put here. Now the eastern is here in the back side. Okay, it's not in your directions, in the other side. They put like this. This is like kind of the eastern. It's the extraordinary, this is the continent. And and place the small pyre in the east, which can be the either on the side towards you or on the opposite. And also sometimes they thinking is like kind of your side, but actually maybe we can to proceed to say the unaccomplished mentor, when you offering, the eastern is your side. You are sitting on the east. And when you are offering, like you doing the offering mandalas, you are in the west, and the eastern is like more offering in this side, and that you need to know about. Towards or on the opposite, facing those to whom you are the making the offerings. And like this one, you offerings, you are facing like kind of to the offerings. And when you make like kind of unaccomplished mentor, there are deities is facing to your side, and therefore it's like this two side. Okay, then it's this. Then it's like then put 3 pile for the other continent, going around in a clock side direction from the east. And then you need to go like kind of from the east. Now it's like I would to say and this one you are like this, you are sitting in the west, and then this is the east, and then you need to put first middle, then a second in the east, like this. That means east. Then is south is here, and then western and north is like this. And for the subcontinent, Deva and Videha and so on, place at the pile on the either side of the each continent in the transit. And that is like kind of means when you put is like first in the mountain mirror, and then east there is like a kind of the how do you say, it's like Limpopo and the continent. Then is this one you first time to put to go to like this, and first east, then is south, west, north. Then you need subcontinent. Each one has two. Each has two, like kind of the twos. And then when you put two, is like first is like the like kind of the east. This west and the south. That means each individual continent itself has 2 subcontinent. Subcontinent you first time put in this like western, because in the coding itself is westerns here, and go back to the east. And also when you like a true subcontinent to put in the south, like a south, you put first is west and go back to the east. And also is you put the west, this is west, but west is here, eastern here. And then you put subcontinent, you put here and go back like this, and go back like this. This is very easy. First I say put your like 5 like principal continent, middle, mountain mirror, east, big, south, west, and north. Now I put like kind of the 8 subcontinent. This each one has 2. The first east, first put here, go back, and second north put here and go back, put here, and west and put like this, put back like this, and then it's the south, put like this and that. Do you understand now? This is more easy, yes? No? Again? Okay, it's now I'm holding this one, okay? And do you understand? This one is the east, is you are living in the western. This is south. This is north. And you first time is put mountain mirror, then is easterns here. You put big ones, and then south, and then east, then is north. This is 4 big continent. Then like 8 small continent, that each one has 2. And then each one you put first like this. For example, you go to east, westerns here, you put here, and eastern. South, you put western, eastern. Western, eastern. Western, eastern, like this. Continent, you first there, like this, here, 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 here. Now you understand that, okay? And this is like kind of, they're doing like they like a subcontinent. There's 8 subcontinent. They were with they were Xia Lumpo, Lun, the Nopalonchu, Ludon Lumpo, Ngayato, Ngayap, Yundento, Lonchundo, Damanyanto, Damanyanji, Da. Then it's like there is not name of them. For example, it's like Deva and the Videha, so on. So on means this is only easterns. And then it's the south, and then western, and then the Lamchunder. Then it's like kind of the north, Ludon Limpoche change. Damanya. I think these explanations maybe we can to find. I think is not necessarily you can to look at our Mandala offerings. Do you have prayers? There is if you want to memorize it, okay? Then after this 5 principle, the mountain mirror, and after like 4 big continent like piles, after that like 8 subcontinent you put it, and then it's like how many is occurred? 13 already like this. We say it's the 37 of the Mandala offerings, 37. You can do count. Maybe it's how many is like, okay? And then it's like next place the precious mountain in the east. That is easily you understand. Verse. Okay, eastern is here. This precious mountain in the east. Then you understand you yes. Wish fulfilling tree in the south, absolutely. The inexhaustible bountiful cow, this is the west. And the like spontaneous harvest in the north, this is the cones, and this is the north. That is the 4 like kind of the precious things. And then is how many? 13 add 4 and 17, yes. And then is like afterwards there is then is come the 7 attributes of the royalty, plus the vast of the great treasures. Here is we need to add the 7 attribute of the royal. And then these 7 royal boots is like first you can to say first you put east. Normally there is the 7 included the great like vast of the great treasures is 8, yes. Then you can to counting number 8, then you divide it 4. First you put the east, south, north, south, east, and north. And then it's 4 is the between like directions, and the between east and the south and western, and north and the western and south, and north and western. Then there is 8, yes. And of course, if you want to study, it's like the 7 attributes of the royal. They're like kind of the first is the wheel, like chariots, and then it's like a queen, and then it's like the prime minister, army, and so on. That there is 7 attribute, and then you added the vast of the great treasure. This is like kind of the vase is very special vase. If we have like this, it's like kind of whatever we pray, we pray, it's kind of naturally can count. Therefore, this together 8. Then you can easily to put in the piles 4 directions. Like one they start like this. For example, like kind of the Kolo Rinpoche, Noro Rinpoche, Tsumo Rinpoche, Lombo Rinpoche. Then it's like Moho Rinpoche, like this Lombo Rinpoche, like the Tacho Rinpoche, Techimbo Pambas. And then this last is the Techimbo Pamba. It means vast of the great treasures, which are placed one after another in the 4 cardinal, and 4 is like intermediate direction. That's very very good. You understand, no problem. And then is how many? You 17. You added 8 and 25. Yes. And then is like next place the 4 outer goddess in each of the 4 cardinal directions, beginning with the Lady of the Beauty, and the 4 inner goddess in the 4 intermediate directions, beginning with the Lady of the Flowers. Generally, we have like kind of the 8 goddess. This is like offerings, like god dresses, a god dress. God dress. And this one, this one's like generally 8 god dress. God dress or how? Goddess. This is about the pronunciation all the time problems. I will check. SSES. No, it doesn't come. Moot. goddess. It doesn't matter, it doesn't work. Okay, goddess, that is, how do you say, outer four goddess, and four is the inner goddess. That is like kind of, if you want to see that one, it's a kind of, maybe it's a no problem. And this is like a principle holding the most kind of the beautiful, like flowers, perfumes, and clothes, food, and they're like kind of very much like kind of the waiters or like kind of servers. This sort of, and then is the first outer four goddess is like kind of four directions, like the cardinal directions. Cardinal one, like eastern, south, western, north, and then it's like inner four goddess is like kind of intermediate directions. Intermediate directions, first timers, we need to put in the here, start, east, like this, here, and here, here. And then there's 8 dress, ladies, you put it, and then is how many? 25 to 8, 33. And 33, you then afterwards place in the sun in the east. Yes, you put sun in the east and the moon in the west. You put here, and then is 35 or 35, and then is the place the precious umbrella. Rinpoche do like kind of the Victoria banner or something. It's south and the south, and then it's like a banner Victoria in all the direction in the north. This is in the north. This one is sometimes you should to precious umbrella is the south, and the banner Victoria, it is the north. That is, then is how many? 38. Become the 38. Yes? Oh, 38. 38, but you counted the mountain mirror. Maybe that is like you don't count. And then is a 37 is like this. Then you can to say, as you recite all the wealth of the God and men, leaving out nothing. Leaving out nothing means in the realm of the human realms, in the like kind of the God realms, whatever existence in the human realms, and you imagine your offerings. And also it's like kind of in the God realms, whatever they have living, there's nothing. Pile more grain to top of the rest, so that no space is left unfilled. And if you have ornament for the summit, place it on the top of nose. And also that means then you are like kind of saying all the wealth of the God and man, leaving up nothing, means you put this, of course you put first, then you put second, and then you put third, all of the put, then after you put that, and then you can put some ornament, and also ornament is means it's like kind of this. Sometimes some people put like kind of how do you say, pork, wild pork like a fang and elephant or something, and then sometimes they put like mandalas, like malas, something, flowers. You can put whatever you kind of put on it to place it on top right now, and then you can recite also, I offer this mandala to all the glorious and sublime root and lineage teachers, and to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. That is the field, that is our object, what we are offering to all of them. And that's I'm offering to. We need to imagine, think, please to accept this my mandala, and for benefit for me, in order to purify my obscurations, and also benefit for the sentient beings. That's of course we can to say it's like we are offering here is like some paper, stones, and corals. These things, the Buddha and Bodhisattva, they cannot to wearing, they cannot to eat, cannot drink. But this is like kind of the representative of, and for the Buddha and the Bodhisattvas, they have this ability to kind of accept what we are imagined to offer. And that is the most very important. In order to accumulate merit, we need this kind of field. And without this field, how we can to do the accumulation merit? And like this. And there is like kind of the clarified, someone said, Patrul Rinpoche, at this point, some people added the words, pleasant and completed in all this part, lacking nothing, but according to my teacher, that is no tradition, not found in the original text. And here is like a kind of one text, pleasant and complete in all, like in the part, lacking nothing. This kind of prayer is not necessarily to added after you recite the first one. You say, I offer this the mandala to all the glorious and supreme root and lineage teachers and all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Then you don't need to recite to say that pleasant and complete in all is the part, lacking nothing. This one, the Patrul Rinpoche said he didn't see his own teachers in the text. Not necessary. Someone's add this one is no problem. And then it's like as the what should be visualized for each of these point. My teacher, Patrul Rinpoche's own teachers, did not say any more than this when he gave the teaching. So I shall write nothing more here myself. And also it's like Jigme Jarvanyuk, he's also like kind of give explanation about how to mandalas, about the visualizations. There's not more details. And also Patrul Rinpoche, he said he should like kind of the simple, short, what his own teachers taught to him. That is he wrote it to here. That is more than that, nothing. And of course, you can go to more details. However, those who wish to know the details should consult the detailed commentary on the condensed meaning as suggested in the basic explanatory text for this preliminary practice. And also, if you want to more to like kind of know about the mandalas, and in the condensed meaning in these commentaries, and they more explanations about the, for instance, what the meaning of the precious vase, what is the banner, victorious umbrellas, so on. There's more details. That is, of course, if you want to study, it's a very nice, but sometimes a little bit kind of the too much. And in this case, you just maybe to recognize the 37 elements very clearly to understand, and each one is know how to put the piles on the mandala. That is maybe is kind of the enough, and like this. Okay, now maybe we can to stop there. And do you have some questions? Do you have some questions?
I have one question. Can I ask?
Yes.
Yes, actually, when we do mandala offering, we must to sit to the east. Our face to the east, is it or is it not famous? Which not important? Which direction you are sitting to on the face?
The geographic, it doesn't matter. Wherever you sit, then you need to look. For example, when you make the uncompleted mentor, and you are sitting from your shani room, and then you are sitting on the western.
Okay, and then is one more question. When we use this is liquid for cleaning mandala, and inside must to be no alcohol, yes?
Cleaner, which
cleaner for mandala is
no alcohol, nothing. It's only water and the suffering. Okay, and then it's if you have this cow nita, it's good. Pajon. Okay. And other questions? Okay, Hamako. Delela.
After Gepama, Dakini, what means Dakini? What? How Dakini? Gepama.
Gepama and Timama. Gepama and Timama. Then it Lama. Then it's Karma. Then Metoma, Dupima, Nosama, Tashama.
I mean, after Gepama, Dakini, what means Dakini?
First Gepama Dakinis, second Timama Dakinis.
I mean, not the name. How Dakini?
How is how? What do you mean how?
How is it? What means Dakini? Gepama.
Ladies.
Mama. Yes, ladies. Gepama, how ladies?
Like this.
After second Dakini.
Okay, I will send you picture. Okay, I will put ZPR picture. Okay, all of this 8 Dakinis. All this. And Iran.
Hello, Rinpoche. I have a question. why in our long Nundra text we have different mandala prayer, and should we use these 37 elements mandala prayer instead of that one, and when should we use then another that is three kaya mandala? Yes, that is my question.
Three kaya mandala, it's like you cannot to do like this, okay? But three kaya mandalas, after the use these 37 element offering prayers, then you can recite this out in the Longchen Yintu Hondro, this mandala. And also these three kayas, these offerings, you calculated. After you you accumulated 100,000 mandala, you use this prayer or you use the Sajupushi Shushi Metotam, you know. This you can to choose. Do you understand?
So which one should I calculate? Three kaya or?
Normally it's three kayas.
So what? Why should we do this 37? So 37 elements we should not calculate.
This is like when you first time once you do. For example, when you are doing accumulate the mandala 100,000, okay? And then first you pray this 37 element prayer offering mandala, then you put the uncompleted mandala, and also you start to accumulate, you do first one prayer, and then when you calculate sajipu shushimetotam rali nyeti jemba sonji jin mitepra ndoka nanda hin la hyobas, you are counting, okay?
Okay, so
this counting is you should use counting the seven, the like sajipush, or you can counting longchen yinti the kasamanda. It's both them.
Okay, so I should do 37 elements prayer just once before I can, and then I calculate. Yeah, that sounds better.
Okay.
Deny.
Who's?
Deny.
Deny. Okay.
I have
Thank
a question. In the mandala, we have the two rings of the mountains, big ring and small ring. At what moment they put the small ring?
You mean this?
Yes.
And this one you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, this you call the based, okay? Based representative of the mountain mirror. Then is this one is the fence. Okay, and then you all the piet later you have also two. And this two. There's you have two. Then is you fill up, you put three of them and fill up, then you put this top of, okay? And these are the fans. And this fans means it's like normally, and this is like it's a three folder of the universal. Probably you studied before. And like for example, all our universal, mountain, mirror, and all everything solar system to count the one, and then this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1,000 in the first inside circle, and then is this one 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, this 1,000, and then the second. And then it's like this 2,000 counting 1,000, and the third cycle. This is like kind of the one universal. Therefore, we have this three cycle. Okay? Yeah, first this is a base earth, and then you put this one. And other question? No.
Pachela, do you hear me?
Yes. Dharma seat.
Question. At which moment do we put second and third fence?
Each moment. When you are pile up there, in the text says it's very easy, you know. You didn't listen very well, yes?
Yeah, there was some disruption in the internet, maybe.
Okay. When you are pray like all the wealth of the God and man, leaving out nothing, that times you can to put everything. What?
So I put second fence when it's the first one is full, yes? Or it's
Full doesn't matter. All the wealth of the God and man living out nothing. That time you can put. If you want precise.
Yeah, and if the first one is full yet, then I just add more rice or this offering.
Of course, you cannot keep empty.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And other questions?
On YouTube, people have questions.
Huh?
People send questions.
Okay. Can you read?
Dasha, she has a question.
Dasha, huh?
Yesterday you said firstly is teacher, secondly accumulation of merits. But why, according to the Nyondro order, do we firstly accumulate mandala offering and then guru yoga, but not other way?
What I said?
She says that you said firstly is teacher and second.
Firstly, teacher what? Firstly, teacher, what does this mean? Me, I don't know. Okay, to clarify it, okay, tomorrow. Firstly, teacher, and second, mandala, I don't understand.
Okay, she has second question also. Do we make accomplishment mandala only one time and then put it on the altar and it can be there for a long time, or should we make this mandala each session mandala offering?
You can to keep until you finish long times, it's okay. And often you can do every day you change. That is also, why not? But most time you can keep in the altar, it's okay. And other?
The next one is not a question, it's a request from Stanislav. Dear Rinpoche, please pray for Ukraine, he says.
Okay, yeah, of course. Absolutely. Every day we are thinking, okay?
And Anton has the question. On the mandala rings, we have some small miniature images. What is the right direction on that ring's miniature when we do mandala offering?
Many, I don't understand.
The symbols. He means the symbols around the mandala.
On this mandalas. You mean here's?
I think so.
You guess, yes? Oh, yes. This symbol is, there are a lot of meanings. Like Sergio Rodon, Rorban Chodans, there are many. kind of cosmological point.
And his question is there direction the way you should put it according?
Okay. This also, yes, you have direction. That is maybe true. Okay, like there is you need to look, and here is like more where it is, and symbolic of the eastern thought. They have this one. Okay, if you know, then you can also put direction. That's true.
Thank you.
Okay la. Thank you. Hyonchu Sancho Rinpoche. Ma shi pa nam xie ji. Shi pa nyam ba me pa tong kong ni kong den pe ra shu. Hyonchu san dong man der hyonchu hyo la yo. Song ji nam ji yong song ji da je li na pong wa shu. Bye bye.